Hey everybody, welcome to etrailer.com. I'm Bobby, and today we're taking a look at the ClearPlus Pro Value Windshield Wiper blades here on our 2021 Chevy Spark. Now this can be a great little way of going ahead and replacing your older blades that aren't working. Of course, you're not going to get anything too fancy with this guy. Going to be your straightforward frame system here. So as you can see, we have that exposed frame. We're going to be getting good contact across the entirety of our blade because of that, and therefore we're not going to have any streaks or lifts, hopefully, for ourselves, and it'll be keeping nice and conformed to our windshield. Now, one thing I will say with it too, with it being frame, hopefully we're not going to have any wind gusts that should be affecting it too bad. Keep in mind, you have just a little bit of kind of a sealed compartment here in the middle, so you can have a little bit of lift. Hopefully, we won't be having any trouble at all, especially as you get on the highway. Should be staying nice and low profile for ourselves. Now, the single blade action on there is going to do a good job, of course, of just getting that rain off, so therefore we don't have any trouble. Now, if you're looking for a bit more of a heavy duty application, if you find yourself on a lot of highway driving, I highly recommend taking a look at the Scrub Blade Platinum Windshield Wiper Blade. It is going to be a little bit more expensive, but it's going to do a way better job of getting through those bug guts and debris without ruining our blades. Therefore, we can go ahead and have a windshield blade that still gets off that rain in any conditions at all. Well, it's not going to take too much time to get these guys on. Let's go ahead and see how we can get them installed. So we're gonna go ahead and start on our driver's side here, guys. To do so though, let's go ahead and grab ourselves a towel or a foam blocker or something. We are gonna have a metal arm here on a coil. We don't want that snapping down and damaging our windshield, which could make this a very costly operation for ourselves. So let's go ahead and get something to prevent that from happening. And let's just be careful as we go to take these off. Now things may be a little different at home in this stage. You can see here we have just our windshield blade. To take it off, we have a little latching point that I need to press in. That's gonna go ahead and allow this to swing off of our J-style hook, as you guys can see. So that might be just a little different at home. Be sure to get those guys off however you can, but that does expose our J-style hook here today. And to get our new guy installed, we want to go ahead and get our adapter in the right position. Now, this guy is a little thin here, so it can help to go ahead and push this out. What I like to do, make sure that this bottom element can kind of be held out of the way. Therefore, we can get that actually behind the arm, and then we can easily bring that right up into position. So that's gonna help, because otherwise it's gonna wanna force itself in. It's just not gonna be that easy to get into. So as you can see, we are nice and secure now. Go ahead and lay that down. Do the same thing on the passenger side and see how it works. So here we are, just gonna go ahead and simulate a little bit of rain for ourselves utilizing our wiper fluid. So as you guys can see, it's doing a pretty good job. I'm not seeing any streaks really getting formed, and no skippage as well, which is something I really like to see. So I think it is actually doing a pretty good job. You do have that bottom triangle, however, that's very common, of course, of where those don't intersect. Well, I think it's doing a good job for us, guys. Well, as you guys saw, that did a very good job of making sure we didn't have any streaks. And a big thing I was looking for is any kind of like raises, anywhere where it's not actually getting good contact on the blade. And I was actually very pleasantly surprised of how well of a job it did of actually conforming to our windshield. Now, one thing I will say to it though, we do have that open frame style. If that's not something that you're quite liking, or if also if you're just looking for a way of preventing anything from getting inside the frame, I highly recommend taking a look at ClearPlus IntelliCurves. They're pretty much the same blade. However, you're getting a nice protective outer housing there, and what that's going to do is put pressure on the blade again, making sure we don't have any skips, even more so, just as like a redundancy error, making sure we don't have any issues, and then B, it's just going to prevent anything from getting inside our frame, causing any kind of gunk or buildup, especially if you're looking at winter conditions. So that can be a nice little pickup for ourselves. However, this is definitely going to do the job, and it's not going to hurt us to just stick with what works. Well, guys, I think that about does it for our look at the ClearPlus Pro Value Windshield Wiper blades here on our 2021 Chevy Spark. I'm Bobby. Thank you for watching.